Good morning. It's the 4th of September 2012. Summer is over, and that's supposed to mean that volumes start picking up in the market. We shall see. Overnight we had a run up and then back down early this morning, kind of going sideways. Market opens in 5 minutes. In Europe, markets have been down. We had some mildly negative news out of manufacturing activity. At 9 we expect another report on manufacturing activity, and we shall see if we get some indicators to let us know it's time for a trade. Okay, the market is opened and we've got some mild activity so far. Big time sideways indicator on 610, so that's saying we're not going to have a lot of volatility right off the bat. We'll see.
233, change
There's
up.
a retracement area on the this is short-term fib area. The distance between these BBs are a good indication of how much movement and momentum we've got. So far we're not seeing a lot, but if we get up to this fib level, get a nice bar setup and some movement down, we should be considering a trade. We had a burst of activity at 8:30, almost 3,000 contracts traded, but now I've come back to decent volume, so we're still in a sideways range. 610's coming down. If we get some separation and then back up, that could be a signal for a long. We're getting this kind of action here that I can't interpret it as being much other than not meaningful. Now here we're getting some nice separation on the 4181, so if he comes down, that could be a nice indicator for a short. Okay, we're seeing some momentum build for a short. Got well, pretty good spacing on these BBs. This guy closes down here. That's meaningful. What we're really watching is this 4181. If he comes below this Bollinger Band, that's really a good indicator for a short. Okay, we had a close below the 50 here. This is the 50 marker, and that means that could come back up and then head down. So we'll be watching for that. Okay, we're getting some really low volumes this morning. Here's some decent volumes, but our low volumes are very low. So it's not much change from the last couple weeks. Even though summer is officially over, a lot of guys are not participating, I guess. And but we'll wait and see, because we had a huge jump up here, almost 3,000. That's pretty damn high anytime. We'll see if we get up here. I marked this beautiful little head and shoulders. It was actually in the deeps on this larger fib time frame, and I kind of missed that one. That happens. That sure does. Okay, we're getting a tempting formation for a short right here. This is something I call a bounce. When you get a little bit of separation, you come into a steep Bollinger, and it usually means you're going to keep heading the same way. Have a pretty good bear flag here. We are coming up to resistance on 1597, and this is the one that I'm really waiting for to see if it closes below. But wow, it's pretty tough to ignore this. One thing that makes it a little easier to ignore it is this really low volume we've got here in the last 5 minutes. We just had a pretty nice move up on 610, strong BB's up. This guy could finish up. Still don't like him with this kind of action. 987. This could be easily a bear flag. Same here. This separation could bring us down. So we are looking at this deep area for potential reversal. Okay, we seem to have stalled out. Volumes have really dropped off, and could be just waiting for this 9 o'clock news, which is a manufacturing activity measure. Okay, we're getting some quick bars forming.
377, change down.
And this, here's this kind of reaction that we do expect from that bounce. So that played out, although there was quite a bit of pullback on that. Got 4181. Again, a possibility of indicating a short is in order. The manufacturing index that we were waiting for is pretty strong negative, but that doesn't mean we won't see up
377,
first,
change
or
up.
who knows, we might see up period. All you know when news comes
233,
out
change up.
is that there's likely going to be some reaction. One of the indies that I've been watching and should be paying more attention to is this 10K. You got two BBs on the rail. That's really traditionally a strong indicator that will continue up. We're getting a bit of a coiling action here with lower highs and higher lows. Well, at least we got a support level here, and the highs are coming down, so
377, change down.
we may have something breaking out here. A move on 610 that I noticed and recognized as a pretty strong indicator that there'll be a down movement occurred here, but there's just too much goofy action in the other indicators to say down. Now that could change right here, and yet it's probably too late to miss this boat. This boat should have been caught up here. We'll see. Okay, we've gotten down to these deeps. The momentum, as we can see by the separation of these BBs, is very strong. So we'll be reluctant to take a long here, but we'll be watching for one, and perhaps a pullback. Now here's a sweet sight that price came down and reacted to this fib marker that we placed right here way back at 8:30. That's kind of cool. And you know, some who are advanced may have taken along here. I'm not that confident, so we'll wait for our indicators to say it's time to get in. Okay, 4181 is about to print this
4181 changed
huge
her.
down indicator, so we're going to have to go with that. We've got very nice bear flag here, bear flag, bear flag. Got lots of separation here, so might want to wait for a little pullback. Watch for some price action bar setup to help us feel good about it.
Order pending.
Looks like we've got some resistance. This 803.4. Okay, we're in for a short. Definitely felt like there's a risk in this trade, but we just have so much strength in this downtrend that I've got to go with it, or I wouldn't be true to my system and my rules. Okay, we've come down to an old SR line that could work. Well, it didn't. That's good. We want to trust our indicators. Again, this was a huge down move, and if we can break under this Bollinger Band here, could be in for a nice rundown. Getting a little nervous here, kind of dancing around this small gain. Now coming back up to break even. But again, we've got to have faith in our indicators. Get back to this support line. We did break through it, now we're breaking again. This guy is getting some separation, so he could come down. We're right on the rail with 610. This Bollinger Band's coming down pretty well, so again, we expect to keep going down. I'm getting some handshaking.
Target filled.
Okay,
233
we reached
changed
our
down.
first target. We don't want this one to turn into a loser, so why don't we come up to within that distance. That way if we get stopped out, we still made a little money. But we're expecting to get down to this level at least. One of the tough parts of trading is you get down to a
377 change up.
fib area like this, and then you're taking a short, so it's like you're going against some of your indicators. But again, I think that we got an overriding factor here, and if this guy can get below that Bollinger Band, and I think he's going to, then we're going to have a nice gain. This is really a tough trade management issue here. We had a BB that looks like it's yeah, it printed above the line from below, so it doesn't bode well. This 440 has some fair accuracy. This guy's still 610 is still not committing to a long yet, so it makes it real tough to manage this trade, which is just kind of chugging sideways now with low volume. Makes it harder to keep faith in your long-term indicators. Could have a bounce here. Got some separation here. 1597, and we just can't get through this Bollinger Band yet. You can see your BBs have come closer together. That means we're stalling out a little bit. Could be the same here. That's pretty close, but got real strong indicators here that, you know, we could be going down. So let's hang in there. We're not going to lose any money on this trade. So the risk reward is are good numbers. Now we're down to this 806.8 again. Came back up, so this we're getting some support right here. Let's see if we can break there. We broke through it. Alright, now we're starting to make some headway. I'm going to move my stop up. Okay, now we're coming to a larger major fib line. Could have a bounce below here. We're making some decent headway now. And now we're getting looks like a bounce on the 987. That's a really good
377 change
for more down. I think I'm going to move my target. Try to play this game, which I have not played very well in the past. Let's see, what should our goal be here? Here's the low of the day, I guess. I guess that was from Sunday. The strength of these down indicators, I think we want to give it a chance to run. Got this second trade in there to be a runner, so why don't we treat it like one? We've got 12 ticks locked in so far. Let's stick with that. We'll do our best to use our indicators and you know, develop experience and confidence in them. We're getting a huge separation on 610. That means that we could be in for a reversal. But this bounce really gives some confidence that we're going further, and we've got tremendous momentum here. Our momentum slowed down a little bit and then started going again. We'll see where this guy prints. Look at this momentum. Wow.
233 change up.
Wow. Okay, I took some pretty strong heat against this stop that I moved down to an arbitrary point. Again, I still feel like we've got more down coming, so we'll stay in here. We're at beyond my trading period of 1 hour, but we're in this trade. It's a winner, so we'll give it a chance to run. Okay, she came back up and stopped me out. I don't have a trend line or anything to determine whether this was point I should have stayed below. Now we're getting an indication that we got a long, but my trading day's over. I got to have some discipline on this. And
1597,
let's
change
see
up.
how we did. Okay, had one trade, 2.2 points, and price came within one tick of my 2.5 point second target. I brought the stop down, and it came back up and stopped me out. So why did I get into this trade? Well, it was this huge BB down from above on the 4181. I waited till it looked like a decent time to get in. Not sure where that was, but because there was a little pullback, got in, took my point. Could have gotten 2.4, but that's indicators look like, hey, this guy's going down. It probably will continue to go down, but of course in the short term it can have quite a bit of pullback. And actually had this huge signal here. I've got an alert that goes off, says you know, here's a strong move to get in on for a long. We'll see how that goes, but my trading period's over. Again, I got to have some kind of discipline to keep me from getting too smart for myself. And I appreciate all the pointers and information and experiences that are shared on Big Mike Trading. Best of trading to you, and we'll see you tomorrow.